Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'm Arina Rahma Maula and I'm from class B with student number 052. Okay guys, in this video, I wanna ask you something first. Have you ever had a moment when your life changed in just 1 second? A moment so painful that you thought, I will never be happy again. I think many of us feel this way sometimes, right? Maybe after a breakup, maybe after losing someone we love, or maybe after a big disappointment. And today guys, in this video, I want to tell you a story. It is from the novel that I've read by the title The Ghost, written by Daniel Steele. This story shows us something very beautiful. Even after heartbreak, even after loss, love can come back to us again. So let's begin the story. The story is about a man named Charlie Waterston. Charlie is an architect. He lives in London and his life looks very good. He has a good job, a nice house, and a wife he loves very much. Her name is Carol. Charlie and Carol have been married for almost 10 years. Charlie has one dream. He wants to have children with her. He wants a family, but Carol doesn't want a baby. Not even one time in 10 years. Still, Charlie stays with her. He loves her. He believes things will get better one day. But then, everything changes. One day, Carol tells Charlie the truth. She is in love with another man. His name is Simon St. James. And Simon is Carol's own work partner. Can you imagine guys how Charlie feels? 10 years of marriage, gone just like that. Charlie is very sad, but he doesn't fight it. In the end, he and Carol get a divorce. And after the divorce, Charlie's company asked him to go back to New York. He worked there before 2 years before he moved to London. They tell him, we need you, Charlie. You are a famous architect. It sounds nice, right? But when Charlie arrives in New York, he understands the truth. His company doesn't really need his skill. They only want his name to attract more clients. That's all he is to them now. Charlie feels used, he feels tired, he feels alone, so he decides to do something for himself. He wants to escape, just for a little while. It is almost Christmas, so Charlie gets in his car and drives to New England to clear his mind. But the weather has other plans. On the way, a big snowstorm starts. The roads become dangerous. Charlie has to stop near a small place called Deerfield. He decides to walk, hoping to find shelter, but the cold is very strong. He keeps walking and walking until he reaches a frozen river called Shelburne Falls. Now, Charlie starts to worry. Is he lost? Alone in a snowstorm in the forest? But then, he sees something far away, a house, and on it, a small sign that says, Palmer, Bed and Breakfast. Charlie doesn't wait. He walks straight to the door. And inside the house, Charlie meets an old woman. Her name is Gladys Palmer, the owner of the house. Charlie looks around and he feels something special about this house. It feels old. It feels full of history. The snow has blocked the roads, so it is too dangerous for Charlie to keep traveling, right? He asks Gladys, can I stay here for a while, Gladys? And Gladys says, yes. As the days pass, Charlie becomes more curious about this house. Who built it? Who lived here before? And what happened inside these old walls? To find answers, Charlie goes to the local library. And there, he meets a woman named Francesca, a quiet librarian. She is a little shy but kind. Francesca has a young daughter named Monique. Charlie notices something in Francesca's eyes, a kind of sadness. He feels like she is hiding a painful story from her past. But the story has to light, right? Because right now, Charlie finds something amazing. Old journals hidden in the house. They were written by a woman named Sarah Ferguson, who lived in this same house a long time ago. Charlie starts reading, and slowly, page by page, Sarah's story comes to life. Sarah Ferguson was once married in England to a cruel man named Edward. This marriage was not happy at all. During their marriage, Sarah became pregnant 6 times. 6 times, guys, but every baby died. Can you imagine losing a child not 1 time but 6 times? Instead of comforting her, Edward blames Sarah. He treats her badly again and again. Sarah feels trapped and alone. But one day, Sarah finds the courage to do something brave. She escapes. She leaves England and starts a new life in America, hoping to find peace. One day, near Shelburne Falls, yes, the same place where Charlie almost got lost, Sarah loses her way in the forest. But she is not alone for long. a man finds her. His name is Francois de Palerin, a brave Frenchman who grew up with the Iroquois people. Francois helps Sarah and brings her home safely. And after that day, they keep meeting each other. Slowly, something beautiful grows between them. Trust, comfort, and finally love. But there is one problem. Sarah is still legally married to Edward back in England, right? So she cannot marry Francois yet. But love doesn't always wait, right? So Sarah and Francois do something special instead. At the same time, at the same same waterfall where they first met, they make their own wedding promise, just between themselves and God. And not long after that, Sarah becomes pregnant. They have their first child, a son named Alexander Henry de Palerin. And then finally, news comes from England. Edward has died. Sarah is free, truly free for the first time in many years. Sarah and Francois get legally married soon after. And after their wedding, Francois builds a beautiful chateau for his new family. And yes, this is the same chateau where Charlie is staying right now. Their family grows. They have a second child named Francois Eugenie Sarah de Palerin, and then a third child, Mary Ange. For a while, life is peaceful. Sarah and Francois love each other deeply. They raise their children with joy. It looks like they found their happy ending, right? But happiness like this doesn't always last. Not long after Mary Ange is born, Francois is called to join General Wayne's army to fight a dangerous battle against Native American warriors. Sarah begs him not to go. She has a bad feeling, but Francois believes it is his duty, and he leaves anyway. Weeks pass, then months, no letters, no news, and then the worst news comes. Francois has died in the Battle of Fallen Timbers. Sarah's heart breaks completely. But even with a broken heart, Sarah doesn't give up on life. She raises her 3 children alone inside the chateau Francois built for their family. So she never marries again. She never stops loving him, not for one day. Sarah lives a long life until she is 80 years old. And before she dies, she leaves something behind, her journals. The same journals Charlie is now holding. And after finishing Sarah's story, Charlie sits quietly for a moment and he understands something important. Life doesn't end after heartbreak. There is always a change to begin again. While all this is happening, Charlie also grows closer to Francesca. They spend more time together. He becomes close with little Monique too. And slowly, Francesca opens up. She tells Charlie about her own painful past. Her ex-husband, Pierre, cheated on her and left her for another woman. And since then, Francesca has been afraid to trust and afraid to love again. Charlie understands that fear. He has felt it too. Because of Sarah's story of love and courage, Charlie finally finds the strength to open his heart again. He gives Sarah's journal to Francesca and he hopes her story can heal Francesca too, the same way it healed him. And it works. After reading the journals, Francesca starts to change. She realizes something important. Just like Sarah, she cannot let her past control her future forever. And slowly, she opens her heart to Charlie. And in the end of the story, Charlie lets go of Carol and Francesca lets go of Pierre. They tell each other their true feelings and they start a new relationship, full of hope and full of love. In a beautiful moment, they visit the same waterfall where Sarah and Francois fell in love many years before. Sarah and Francois only had about 4 years together. Just 4 years, but those 4 years were full of true love and true happiness. And even after 200 years, their story is still strong enough to help 2 strangers, Charlie and Francesca, believe in love again. And for Charlie and Francesca, their happy ending is not the end, but it is the beginning of their life together. Okay guys, that's all from me. Thank you for listening and your attention. See you again in the next video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Goodbye.